Okay, so friends, as you remember, this book is called The Nine Freedoms, and it's a channeled material from author called George King. So he really meditated for his entire life, and he started channeling this great intelligence called Mars Sector 6, and he channeled so many other great masters. So it's not just channeling through, let's say, hypnotism or whatever, like channeling from lower centers, but rather he channeled this material through his higher chakras, and that's why the knowledge really hits you if you really yeah, read or listen to this, and you can check or discriminate for yourself. And personally, I feel it's amazing knowledge. And yeah, just a recap that we learned the past three freedoms, as first one being bravery, second one being love, and third one is service. So in bravery, we learned that right knowledge dispels all the fear. So right knowledge means to establish that we are at the soul level, not just pure body. And this right knowledge brings you great freedom from fear. And in the second, we said, or the author said, the second freedom is love, where the great intelligence Mars Sector 6 ex, explains in detail that love is not just the romantic love that we understand, but it's rather love comes from deep meditative states where you radiate this love wherever you are. So you become this love energy. So he says to use this energy wisely. And the third is service. So service in different levels, but of course, sharing the knowledge, sharing anything that you have, the more you share, um, the more you acquire. So just to get you a bit of revision, but please read the book, go to the podcast, or even listen to our previous videos to again revise this wonderful channeling material. So before starting our fourth freedom, which is enlightenment, we first meditate. So come to our center, and from there, let us understand much more deep what this message is about. So I request you all to gently close your eyes, sit very comfortably, hands into hands, crossing your legs, and observe your normal, natural breath. Whenever you notice a thought, just acknowledge and bring back your attention to your normal breath. Become mindful of your breath. Breath. Last 5 minutes. Be with your breath. Last 1 minute. Gently bring back your attention to your surroundings. Let's return to the silence. Bring back your attention to your physical self, becoming aware of the room you are in and the posture, observing any sensations in your body. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, friends, gently bring back both of your palms and place it on your eyes. And slowly, you may open your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you so much, friends. I didn't want to come out of meditation. It's amazing energies with you all. So thank you so much. But now moving on to the fourth freedom. The fourth freedom is or will be enlightenment. And as usual, first I will read what the great intelligence Mars Sector 6 channels, and then later our author George King gives his in detailed explanation. So one more comment, like most of the times Mars Sector 6 will tell it's only psychic man or man. So you can actually uh, yeah, think it's a man or woman, doesn't matter. So I think just for articulating purpose, it's written as man. So I I understand this is nothing related to any gender. So with that, this is Mars Sector 6 reporting from satellite number 3. The fourth freedom will be enlightenment. Freedom from ignorance can be brought about by all terrestrials who are willing to expend sufficient energy to bring this elevated state into being. There is but one major sin upon Terra, that is ignorance. Bravery, dispensation of pure love, service, these attributes can help the aspirant to bring enlightenment into being. Enlightenment is a result of the controlled application of specific energies and procedures towards a predetermined end. Physical man can predetermine the end of his physical energy and cause this to be used in its best sense according to the law. Mental man can so control his picturization that he can direct his mental energies towards a goal which is in all wise constructive, a goal of service, of spiritual cooperation. A great beam of creative, controlled mental energy can be directed towards all terrestrials, so that those ready will be mentally transmuted by this constructive, creative beam of energy. Mental man can form those visualizations only which are constructive, which help to bring into being a transmutation of all things up to the higher planes. Psychic man can escape from his prison of psychic frustration by tasks such as dispensation of energies upon a psycho-spiritual level, such as the rendering of spiritual healing. Of all tasks capable to psychic man, this is the most beneficial. So we end there, friends, because this is really, yeah, let's say deep message. We need to deconstruct, and our wonderful author had done that for us. So, explaining first about enlightenment. There is no doubt that the more you analyze the statement about enlightenment, the more truth it is seen to contain. War and crime are a result of ignorance. The way we live our present life is to the greatest extent the result of ignorance, which is the one and only sin. If Satan could have another name, then surely it must be ignorance. The opposite of ignorance is enlightenment. And expanding on further, there are three main ways in which man takes usable energy into his body. In order of importance, these are breathing, drinking, and eating. But man should not only breathe, drink, and eat. Animals do as well. He is above the animals, as unlike the more basic life forms, he possesses self-consciousness. This self-consciousness brings with it a greater responsibility than the basic animalistic consciousness. It is the duty of a man to spiritualize all mass. When he does so, then there is no doubt that such a controlled use of energy towards a predetermined end will bring that end into being. So that means here it's everyone's responsibility to spiritualize everyone. So that means sharing this knowledge and wisdom to everyone, as what we are doing right now, sharing and spreading meditation. It's one of the most important service that we do. And as a result, enlightenment or this elevated state will automatically come. So now the author further expands about the physical man, mental man, and psychic. So what does it mean? First, as we all know from the law that physical man can predetermine the end of physical energy and work according to the law. So we all live in this 3D world. So everything is mostly we experience as physical. So we can either be creative or destructive machines. If we destroy, we will be destroyed by the karmic law. If we use our physical strength to build up, we will be given even more strength, and this will give us more creativity. And what about mental man? So mental man means who controls his mind through visualization, pictures, and also through transferring thoughts. So as we're all responsible for the way we use our physical bodies, we're also directly responsible for the way we use our mental picturizations. So for example, if we send a thought of hate to someone, immediately a thought pattern or thought form is formed. So once it's formed, the person who created it must actually transmute it. That's what the author says. Otherwise, this thought will attract even more of hate and will destroy the sender as well as the receiver, but it might not happen immediately. So that's why I say that the author says here that we must all realize that thoughts are living forms, and since we cannot see any thought, doesn't mean it's not there. So it will be immediately put into manifestation. And one of the lessons here is that thought, every thought is created, and before every action, there is a thought. And the great man is he who can control his thought and thereby control his action. So, in order to gain enlightenment, everyone must not only control physical action, but control all mental actions as well. And the third one about psychic man. So, here author really explains a lot. I will try what I understand. So, there is no doubt in these days of so called civilization that many people suffer from frustrations of one kind or another. Mental frustration seems to be the order of man's daily suffering, but psychic frustration is even worse than this, for it causes a blockage in the subtle nervous system, which will manifest later in the mental and physical bodies as some kind of disease. So, here, friends, this really touches on many different levels. Again, we understand that we're not just the physical bodies. In fact, we have multiple subtle bodies, like the etheric body, the mental body, astral body. So you can, yeah, explore this. There is no end. But what I understand that the author here says is there is mental frustration. People can understand this, but psychic frustration is even runs deeper. And if it is not tackled, it then again shows in terms of in some kind of disease in the physical body. So author gives an example here. If, for instance, you are used to praying and radiating your power, often to suffering mankind, then you stop suddenly without replacing the practice with similar constructive exercise, you will begin to discover that you have a severe tension building up in your mental and physical structure. If you allow this condition to continue, it will manifest itself in many ways. So one of these ways, psychic frustration. And of course, the other further goes on explaining what this leads into, but I leave this to you to further find out. But so far, it's a really eye-opener for me that there is something called the psychic frustration. And maybe my understanding again is that, for example, if you have opened up your centers by prayer or meditation, and then you suddenly stop, the energy must flow some way, right? And that energy might go again into lower centers. So one of them being as a sex center. So overindulgence in this sex center will then further deplete the energies. And this is again, everything is interlinked here. You can, as I said, that you can read the book to really understand what the message here says. So thank you so much, friends, for listening. And now I would love to hear your thoughts, what you have understood, and any experiences you would like to share. Please go ahead. You can either message or you can unmute yourself. Thank you. Does this word enlightenment did you hear the message? Whether it's something new for you, like the understanding, how do you feel? So you can share what you have experienced today. That way we can all interact. Yeah. Thank you. I opened this unmute yourself option. Please go ahead.
Hi, Shashank.
Hi, Madoka.
Hi, Shashank. This is as this master says, it's a vast subject. Enlightenment is, and yes, there is always a learning. And I really liked few points where this master had shared about where we have to work on. So looking forward for the part two and part three and part four. I don't know how many parts this enlightenment session goes, but like it's better to take it really slow so that we can really, and you did it perfectly. You did took it very slow. So thank you so much, Shashank, for enlightening us on this enlightenment.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Akka. Indeed, it's for me, it's really connecting on different levels. Like when I read Theosophical Society books or even Torkom Saradarian, they really talk a lot about these subtle bodies and every thought and emotion, the effect. And this book again brings everything together. That's what I like it the most. It's really wonderful. Like every time I read, like just my energy level changes. Like, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Ranjini ji. Thank you for your message and being here. Thank you, Indira ji. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Shashank. I love your talks. This is Mridula.
Yes, yes. Hi, Mridula ji. After a long, long time.
I know. I can talk for a minute. I wanted you to can you do me a favor? Can you, if you have time, can you write the points? They're so nice on the Beam family.
Ah,
The four,
okay.
are you
I'll try
done
to
or is there
summarize.
more? If there's more, then don't write the points yet. We'll wait till the end.
Oh, you mean in this lesson? It maybe
No,
on.
you did 4 lessons, right? 4.
Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah, sure. I mean the the
The
points
first
like
one is
bravery,
this.
love, and service, right?
Yeah, and like
These
an
three.
example of each one, not the whole book, of course. They have to listen to your YouTube. But they're so, I mean, just a takeaway. They're so nice, actually. You know,
Yeah.
not
Maybe we
everyone
can
is
we can
having.
do a revision once more of when we finish the four. Maybe we can do like a
Yeah, then maybe
midterm
write the,
revision.
yeah, on the WhatsApp, because I see many people are not getting time to join
Mm.
YouTube. Maybe they're listening later, hopefully.
Yeah.
But just so that everybody gets your beautiful, maybe it'll inspire them to listen to the YouTube. Because they're so good, your talks, actually, you know.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. I will do that. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
I don't know what's happening with my phone. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, Shashank.
Bye, Mridula ji. Thanks for joining. So, friends, finally, like for me, when I listen to the word enlightenment, it's always like when I started meditation in the beginning stages, it's always me like joining in the, let's say, to the God and somehow be consciousness. I don't even know what consciousness means. So it's like it's like joining in the God, something like that. But the more now I learn, it's it's conscious utilization of our energy for the greater good. That's how I understand. So it's all basically here they explain that to raise our energies, to raise our kundalini, and they say it happens automatically when we cross, all these challenges by bravery. So by bravery, that means we are opening up our um, first chakra or two chakras, right? And then by love, we are opening our heart chakra, and then by service as well, our heart chakra, and then we are opening to the higher centers, which is again the traveling of this kundalini to higher centers, which will lead to enlightenment. So when I combine all this, it's really amazing if I think. So yeah, that's what I want to tell finally, and we will continue to continue next week again. So Sharada ji, thank you so much. I'll read your message. Sharada ji says that when she was reading Untold Story of Sita, she received message from Patri sir. Enlightened means knowing our true self and always connecting to our soul. Wow. Wonderful. Wonderful, Sharada ji. Knowing our true self. Very powerful message. Thank you. Anyone else, friends, you would like to share? If not, I will hand over to Madhu Akka. Master Madhu, over to you if you want to make some announcement.
Yes, thank you, Shashank, and thanks to Madhulaji. It's a great thing to note the key points and put it in the group so that everybody gets to know what is there in the book in short, so that it will inspire them to read the book or to follow the videos. So thank you, Shashank, for that, and thanks to Madhulaji. And yes, I completely agree with Master Sharda. She had put it perfectly that true enlightenment is knowing our true self. So thank you so much. And yes, tomorrow morning we have our wonderful Master Sharada ji guiding the morning meditation. So friends, please do join and let us all enjoy the meditation and keep sharing about meditation and keep sharing love. So thank you so much, and thank you, Master Shashank.
Thank you so much, Madhu Akka. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice evening then.